Hello there, I'm Richard Morecroft. This is Letters and Numbers, the program that never forgets its roots. From the ancient Greek mathematicians to the old Latin wordsmiths to the Chinese who invented working things out on paper. We say thank you. And two people who we are especially thankful for. Firstly, the maths marvel who's always going up in our estimation, Lily Serna.
Hi, Richard.
Actually, speaking of going up, didn't the score go up last night?
It was a spectacular game, and actually it was interesting. Tamara and I had very similar solutions throughout the whole game. I think we were on the same wavelength.
She was absolutely on the target. What a great performance last night. We look forward to more tonight. Welcome, Lily. And the word wonder, whose phrases draw our praises. David Astle.
Hi, Richard.
And in fact, it's not only the words, it's not only the phrases, it's those explanations.
It's a very important part and fun part of the show is it's not just celebrating the lengths of words, but also the depth of words and the stories that they tell. And an example for is this shirt, which is seersucker, which is alternating stripes of crinkled and straight cotton, actually comes from a Persian word which means milk and sugar. So that's an example of the roots and derivations that are as fascinating as the words themselves.
You wore this shirt just so you could explain such a useful thing.
Just to illustrate, that's right.
Great stuff. Thank you, David, and welcome tonight. And, of course, it's also my pleasure to introduce our contestants for this evening. Firstly, our carryover champion, Centrelink Project Manager, Tamara McHahon, who's back for her fourth night tonight. Hello again, Tamara.
Hello, Richard.
Well, as Lily said, it was a spectacular performance last night. Great words, great mathematical solutions. Have you started to develop particular techniques over the last few nights?
I have with the letters game. I just try and get down the first most obvious word and then try and look for a longer one. So.
And no mention of the numbers?
And the numbers, I don't know, it just sort of comes to me. I don't know. My strategy is just...
It certainly does seem to come to you with a very nice logic. Anyway, good luck again tonight. Great to have you back.
Thank you.
And here to challenge Tamara is Richard King, a software developer and very keen cyclist who once rode all the way from Scotland to Greece. Hello, Richard.
Hello, Richard.
That is a very long way on a bicycle.
Yes, but if you take it steady, just do a bit each day.
So what motivated you to decide to ride from Scotland to Greece? It's not the average trip.
I was living in the UK at the time and thought, well, I was off to Australia. What better way to start than buy a bike and go and have a look at Europe? I'm
sure a very memorable trip,
but
I hope tonight will be memorable too. So welcome. So for the last time this week, please make our guests feel very much at home. Tamara McHahon and Richard King. Let's get the ball rolling on this Friday night with our first letters game. And Tamara, I think you're very familiar with this now, so please start for us.
Can I have a consonant, please?
You can. Let's have R.
And a vowel?
A.
And a consonant?
N.
And a vowel, please?
I.
And a consonant?
C.
And another consonant?
D.
And another consonant?
M.
And a vowel?
E.
And a final consonant, please.
And last letter, T.
And here's the first clock of the night. Well, Tamara, what are you going to start with tonight?
7.
7, very solid start. What about you, Richard?
I've only got a 5.
Let's hear that 5, please.
Carrot, as in the symbol.
The symbol, so could you spell that for us, just to clarify?
C-A-R-E-T.
OK, that's very interesting. Tamara?
Trained.
So, trained and carrot, David, but a carrot is actually a really interesting one. I've never heard that word spelled that way.
It's that little mark that editors use on manuscripts to show where a letter is missing, and it is literally Latin for there is lacking, which is quite curious. And there is an 8 as well to be found. It's a compound word, which was made it hard to see, and that's time card.
Very nice indeed. But 7 points in that round for Tamara. Let's maintain the letters momentum, and this time, Richard, would you make the selection?
I'll have a consonant, please.
Thank you. Let's start with F.
And a vowel.
O.
And another vowel.
E.
And another vowel.
I.
And a consonant, please.
T.
And another consonant.
S.
And another consonant.
B.
And a vowel.
E.
And lastly, a consonant.
And last letter, S.
Thank you, Lily. 30 seconds. Well, Richard, how did you go with your first selection?
No good. 4 letters.
4 for you. Tamara,
A 6.
let's start with your 4, Richard.
Best, which is not.
Tamara, yours, please.
Foists.
Foists.
Foist is fine, to bring or put surreptitiously on, or fraudulently to foist a claim upon. Well played again, Tamara. A couple of slang words here that I found for 7, and one is softies, being those who are tender at heart, and the other is besties, a slang for best friends.
Those are nice ones, David. Well done. But 6 points for Tamara. So Tamara in the lead at the moment on 13. Now to our first Friday night numbers game, and our contestants have 6 numbers, the basics of maths, and just 30 seconds to generate the target number. And Tamara, could you make the first combination for us, please?
Sure. 1 large and 5 small, please.
Thanks,
Lily?
Tamara. 1 large and 5 small. And our numbers are 2, 8, 2, 1, 10, and the large number is 75, and the target to reach is 876.
Let's head there now. Well, Tamara, I think you've pretty consistently gone down the 5 small and 1 big route. How did it work for you that time?
I completely lost it.
Completely lost it?
Nothing.
No luck?
No.
OK. What about you, Richard?
I got to 870.
870, so just 6 off the target. Well done. Can you tell us how you did that?
First of all, I added 8 and 2 and 2 to give 12.
8 plus 2 is 12,
Add that to 75
plus the 75,
to give 87.
87.
And then multiply that by 10.
Multiply it together is 870.
So, well done, Richard. 6 off the target, but a good result. Can you take us closer, Lily?
I can. Now, if you recall your 75 times table, 75 by 12 is 900.
That's what I would have said.
Yeah. And
But
so,
if you'd just given me a moment, you know.
So if you tweak that a little bit, you actually arrive at the answer. So let me talk you through it. 75 minus 2 by 10 plus the other 2. So that's 12 times 75, which is 900, and 12 times 2, which is 24.
Well, that's complex tweaking when you've got 4 figures there.
It's not really 4 figures because this is actually 12.
Yes, yes.
So, so 900 minus 24 is 876.
Of course it is. Well done, Lily. Very elegant solution. Nicely achieved. But well done to Richard as well. He scored 5 points. He's on the scoreboard, and that's great to see. Our scores at the moment, Richard 5, Tamara 13. We're heading for a brief break and a word mix. Genie rum. And your clue this time, really yummy with lemon. Back in a short while.